All right, y'all, we're going to take a look at this Boudoir Facebook ad, diagnose it if we believe it has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. So, Boudoir low click syndrome, BLCS, is when the unique CTR all of our Boudoir Facebook ads is under 6%. That means fewer than 6 out of 100 women are clicking somewhere on our Boudoir Facebook ad, which means our ad is entering fewer than 6 out of 100 women's brains, which means fewer than 6 out of 100 women that see our Boudoir Facebook ad actually have a chance of buying from us. Everyone else is scrolling right on by, scrolling right on by, scrolling right on by. So we actually need to increase this number as high as possible. But 6% is the minimum. Anything below 6%, we got a big problem. Every Boudoir Facebook ad can be above 6% unique CTRL. And a unique CTRL under 6% is not normal. Extremely common, most common thing I've seen, but it's not normal. It's actually the symptom of a deeper root cause. So everyone accepts this as normal, but it's not normal. Now, those deeper root cause are the 3 pre-click mistakes. We'll talk more about those near the end. We also know that a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS is a Boudoir low-click advertiser, a BLCA. So we got our universe taking shape here. We got a BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. Good thing though, because we have figured out that BLCS is treated with Boudoir pre-click optimization, aka Boudoir Pico, and treatment takes about a week. So the best part is, we invented this, so we actually know that, we've already done this a bunch, and basically we duplicate the original ad and we treat that duplicate. We leave the original ad as it is, we treat the duplicate and treat it for a week, and then we keep whichever one running has the best metrics, and it's has always been the Boudoir Pico has the best metrics. Now, once treated with Boudoir Pico, we now have pre-click alignment, PCA. So we go from the 3 pre-click mistakes, we solve those, we now achieve pre-click alignment. And pre-click alignment activates Boudoir brain entry boost in our Boudoir Facebook ads. Basically, we finally got our unique CTRL above 6%. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost is a dominant Boudoir advertiser, a DBA. So this is our full universe here. A BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. No problem though, we saw the Boudoir Pico, it takes about a week. We achieve pre-click alignment and we become dominant Boudoir advertisers with Boudoir brain entry boost. So my residency doing this, went out, found some Boudoir Facebook ads out in the wild, brought them back to my hospital. First one, tested, ran it, found its unique CTRL was 4.3%. So under 6%, we know that BLCS is present. Boudoir low click syndrome, unique CTRL under 6%. So that's fine. We'll treat it with Boudoir Pico. That's exactly what this was made for. And we got the unique CTRL up to 6.88%. So we found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was actually wasting 37% of ad spend. So if they're spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir on that original Boudoir Facebook ad, now they only need to spend 6,300 bucks a month on the Boudoir Pico treated ad to get it into the same number of women's brains. That's the magic of Boudoir Pico. So at 3,700 bucks a month that they decrease their ad spend by, they no longer have to spend it. Before it was just being given to the Zuck with no benefit at all. So now they can keep it in their pocket. So like a $3,700 phantom bonus every single month because they no longer have to spend that Boudoir. They no longer have to spend it. And at the end of 12 months, it's like a 40K bonus for literally no effort. No need to service any clients, nothing. Next, we got second part of my residency is found the second one, tested it, unique CTRL 1.39%. So we found out the BLCS was present. So unique CTRL under 6% means BLCS is present, Boudoir low click syndrome. And so what we had to do was treat it with Boudoir Pico, takes about a week, got the unique CTRL back up or got it up to 9.13%. So we found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 84% of ad spend. So if they're spending 10 grand a month on the original Boudoir Facebook ad, now they only need to spend 1.6 grand a month on the Boudoir Pico treated ad to get it into the same number of women's brains. Awesome gains from Boudoir Pico. And the $8,400 a month difference, they don't spend it. They simply capture it. They keep it. They keep it as like a private bonus, a phantom bonus, a phantom profit. It simply comes from not spending the ad, wasting that ad money. That was all wasted using the previous Boudoir face. We got 100% of that was wasted. So, $8,400 a month back in their pocket by not having to spend it. That's like 100 grand over the next year, over the next 12 months. All right, next we got had a patient, saw his Boudoir Facebook ad. Unique CTRL is 5.03%. Okay, under 6%. Unique CTRL under 6%. We know that BLCS is present, Boudoir low click syndrome. And so we actually treated it with Boudoir Pico, got the unique CTRL up to 15.35%. So we found his original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 67% of ad spend. So if he was spending 10 grand a month on the original Boudoir Facebook ad, then he now only needs to spend $3,300 a month on the Boudoir Pico treated ad to get it into the same number of women's brains. So that's $6,700 a month he saves. He no longer has to spend that. That's the difference. That's like a $6,700 bonus every single month. So after a year, after 12 months, it's like an $80K bonus. So from our data, our testing, our real world results, the average Boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS is wasting about 50% of its ad spend, going straight to the Zuck, not doing anything for the Boudoir Facebook or the Boudoir photographer. I mean, look at these numbers, wasting 37%, wasting 84%, wasting 67%. I mean, average them up, the average price somewhere there, 50 to 60%. So if they're spending, 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, then, approximately 5K every single month's being wasted. That's month over month over month. And, we can eliminate that, put that 5K approximately back into the Boudoir photographer's pocket, and actually, so it's approximately 60K over, the next 12 months. So now we're going to check this out. See what we got going here. Going to diagnose to see if we believe it has BLCS, yes or no. So we got the below creative cluster mistake. The false belief that causes us to make this mistake is that we actually believe and trusting what Facebook tells us to fill out when we fill out our ads is what we should fill out. The consequence of this, though, is when we do this, way more women scroll by our Boudoir Facebook ad than necessary, pulling our unique CTRL under 6%, contributing to BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. And as a result, more women scrolling by our ad per unit time. Facebook actually makes more money because they can serve more ads per unit time, but we actually spend and waste more money per unit time. Next, looking at the creative, the photo here. All right, we got the, looks like an ad mistake. So the false belief that causes us to make this mistake is that we believe our Boudoir Facebook ads should look like ads, because that's how we've seen Facebook ads. They basically all look like ads. And other Boudoir Facebook ads, they basically all look like ads. So everyone can't be wrong, can they? But that's why every Boudoir Facebook ad I've seen and tested has had BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome, because everyone's making the same mistakes as everyone else. So when we make this mistake, way more women scroll by our Boudoir Facebook ads than necessary, pulls unique CTRL under 6%, and contributes to Boudoir low click syndrome, aka BLCS. And finally, we're going to look at this See More headline. The first 2 3/4 lines, Facebook newsfeed mobile. So, tattooed beauties. So, I think this is your chance. All right. So, we do got some good context here. But the false belief or the mistake we're making, we're doing the lack of context mistake. We're not. So, the false belief that causes us to make this mistake is we believe we provided enough context to get the right women to click in and more of them, and more of the wrong women to scroll on by, and helping the meta ad algorithm optimize. But in fact, we did not provide enough context here. So the consequence of this is way more women that scroll by our Boudoir Facebook ad than necessary. And as a result, this pulls down unique CTRL, and it actually increases the likelihood that we have BLCS, and increase the likelihood our unique CTRL is under 6%. So if you're looking at this diagnosis is yes, I believe this Boudoir Facebook ad has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome, and has a unique CTRL under 6%. So approximately half its ad spend is being wasted. So I believe approximately half its ad spend is being wasted every single month. So if you're a Boudoir Facebook advertiser spending more than 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, and you decide, all right, I've optimized every other part of my business, I gotta pull some more profit out of this because there's inflation, prices going up everywhere, more Boudoir photographers entering the market. I need to find some way to optimize the business, get more profit out of the business, stop wasting all my money. And you want to, I would say, save or eliminate, approximately 5 grand a month in Boudoir Facebook ad costs. Literally just save that, approximately 60K in the next year, and still get all of our ad into the same number of women's brains because we'd be running the Boudoir Pico treated ad. So if you want all that and, get you on your way to becoming #1 Boudoir photographer in your city, then shoot me a DM. Well, my DM's open. So when I'm actually doing intake for new patients, because right now my DMs are closed, but I will be doing intake for new patients